Okay, basically here we are. The engine's pretty much reassembled, other than the power steering bracket, which is still in the car, and the upper intake, which is a plenum, which I want to correct myself. I called it lower intake a plenum a little while ago. It's not. See, actually, the upper intake is called a plenum. And the reason that this is still loose is because the wire harness is still in the car. So we have to reattach the wire harness first, and then we can set up the upper intake and bolt it down, and then just install the motor. The lower intake gave me a little bit of a hard time going back in, but we got it in. We put all the new piping in for the water pump, and basically and the headers as well. We put the headers from the old car because they were different. And basically this is it. We're ready to go back in. We just basically have to get the car into the garage, take the old engine out, which is down to bare block, because it won't turn. Basically, what seems to me, without looking at it, it looked like it broke a rod, and I can't turn the crankshaft to take out the torque converter bolts. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take the block out with the torque converter attached, and then once it's out of the car, free up the bottom end and try to free up the whatever it's holding the crank from spinning, and then we can just install this puppy, put it in, and then give it a go. But this is basically it. A couple hours worth of work, nothing major. Just basically take one thing at a time, take it apart, put the other part in, make sure it fits, make sure everything goes in together the right way. Start everything by hand, all the bolts by hand before you tighten it. Try to avoid air tools when going back in, and remember use the torque wrench whenever you need to at the proper torque specs. But other than that, we should be good. The next video will probably be either we'll go to install the engine into the car, already in the car, and then we'll come back in a little bit.